Hello everyone, this is Ali Reza. In this episode, I will do something unregular. I will start with my GUI style utils. Now, from this episode forward, we are officially starting to work on our behavior tree. Now, if you remember from the introduction video, you had seen that some nodes were having some blue color around them. Some nodes were yellow, some were green, red, blah. That was me changing the way basically the node was drawn based on its evaluation state. Because, well, in my R&D, I started to develop the nodes first, the graph, the node, everything. And then I would see bugs, and I didn't know, for example, what is the current active node? What is the current node's state? Is it being ticked or not? So that is why I developed few different GUI styles to use. And from experience, I know that when you add a GUI style, you have to restart Unity. So I want to handle that before anything else and get rid of it, basically. Okay, so in your GUI style utils, I have dark skin, so I'm always using dark skin one. You see that my light skin practical is empty. But if you are using your light skin, then please, first of all, share your assets with me so that I can put them inside the assets of the chapters. And, well, keep the naming conventions the same so that we can copy, And actually, now that I think about it, most of this is repetitive. Graphic background, separator, toolbar FA, tooltips, node default, node selected, upper left, upper right. As you see, I don't have the dark and light names anywhere as much as I remember. So if you keep your assets name the same, it would be a bit problematic, I think, or maybe not. I don't know. I don't think we can have folders under resources. I'm not sure. I mean, if we have folders, then how we would handle it here? We can't add a folder here, There's no way for doing it. I may search that, but long story short, we are just using dark skin. You can use light skin, etc., etc. So from this line, right after the previous add to this add, I will copy it and I will paste it here. And this is in this style is named negate normal. Now we will come to negate the stuff later, and I will show you what means the negating of something. But for time being, deal with me. We are just developing some GUI styles. So the background is null, and the color is 0 to 55, 23, and 127. Border, we don't have border. Font size is 18. And this catched me. So remember to assign your font equals to fa.font. Else you wouldn't see the font properly. This is middle center. Stretch width is false, and content offset, we don't have those two. So, and we add the style. Next one is negate active, and I should have copied this guy. So negate active, and the color is 255, 0, 142, 179. This is a greenish, this is a pinkish color. This is a greenish color. So Yeah. RG, yeah, B, yeah. I'm right. Okay. Then we have node success. Now, previously, if you look for nodes, I'm coming from top to bottom. We had this node default and node selected. So I will copy this node default. We have node selected. Then those are connections. Those are commenting, help view, help, properties, property, editor text, property. Yeah, so we don't have anything else for the nodes. So this one is node success. Now, this is node back active. We don't have it, we will create it. The color is the same, offset and border and the font size is the same, upper center, but I have something here. Content offset equals to new vector 2 of 0, 3. Then we have node failure. So node failure, and this is node back failure. Well, we had this one, cool. The rest is the same. Then we have node error. So node error. Be careful about your typos here. So node back error, we had that. Then we have one more for node current, and that is the current active node in the graph. So node back current. And the last one is when a node being ticked. So I call it node ticked. Node ticked. Okay, so we don't have these three constant fields under our resource. So let's, come on. Thank you. Let's create them. And you see that I have node failure and I have a typo there. Failure. Failure had an E, I think. I don't know. Yeah, it has an E. So if you want to fix that, let's change its name to E. Add an E here. There we go. So that's our nodes, and thankfully I have node back normal, failure, error here, and where's that node back? Look at here. Sorry. I have these two here. I like to keep my stuff close to each other, so I will just add them here. That's just organizing my stuff. That's it. So we have public static read-only fields. So using resharper, read-only property, no, we use field, that's texture 2D, and read-only. Okay, equals to node back active dot load textures. Then we have node back current. So texture 2D read only. And yeah, I could use color arrays here, but you know, this is okay. So node back current dot load texture, and because my manifest is Boz base editor resources, I don't need to assign a manifest here. Okay. If I had anything else as default manifest, then yeah, I had to set the manifest here. Then the last one is the ticked one. I didn't want to do that. So, and make it read only equals to node back ticked dot load texture. Now, on our properties, we need to add some, what was that? Nothing, okay. We need to add those guys, and yeah, we don't have these. Oh, god damn it. To failure. Yeah, come on. Okay. Delete. And I was afraid of it. Okay, so add existing file. The first one is in chapter 2. Oh, okay, not here. Unity projects, RPG API, projects, chapter 2. Oh, look at me having errors right now. Okay. Well, we have these comments. We need to delete them later. But here, under resources, I had that failure that I renamed. Failure. And I need to add it again. Okay. So properties, it's embedded resource. Good. Now I need to add more. And I need to navigate to my flash disk, chapter 2, Unity projects, under common editor. Yeah, my R&D still uses that common name. But what we need to do is ticked and current and active, if I find it. Active. And what? No. So I had the active. You're kidding me. Oh, okay. Is that it? Yeah, I had the active. Okay, so these two are just the duplication of the node active or node failure or error or normal. I just changed this, you know, gray or green or whatever color was for yellow and blue. That's that. So current and ticked. Properties, embedded resource. Save all, close this guy. And let's double check node active. Yeah, I had it from the chapter 1. Nice. And I will share every one of the resources that I'm using here as images with you guys later. So that's it. Now we have our skins. I think that's all I'm using. Yeah. That's all I'm using. So now we can start developing our behavior tree. Okay, so before anything else, we noticed that we had 2 junk folders that we can now get rid of. And yes, now it will go away. Okay. So we will need 2 things. Well, first of all, I noticed something. I'm using Unity projects without any space. Good. Because I noticed that if you are, what is that? The previous one. Okay. I will call an alt here so that I know what it is. Yeah, try again, try again, try again. You can't. Thank you. Okay. What is keeping it busy? I don't know. But I noticed that if you use any build scripts inside your projects, then spaces in names can bother you. So I removed that space. Okay, that's okay. So we need two new projects. One for Unity assembly. We will call it boss.bt for behavior tree, or behavior tree. We can do that. Yeah, let's keep it that way. But right now, I want to change stuff. So assembly name is behavior tree, but the name space, I want it to be BT. Do it right when you created your project before doing anything else. Also, it needs to add reference to base. Okay. And the editor, I think I added the reference already. Yeah, but remember, when you add the reference inside editors, in your build events, now you need to delete that DLL because it will be created for you. Okay, so I will copy this line, paste it, and I will say delete in target die boss.base.dll. This will be a DLL that will be generated inside your editor folder, and we don't need that because we already have one in the plugins folder. Okay, so we don't care about this guy referencing base because basically, well, it will just replace it on top of itself. But the moment alt insert won't work there. New project, the editor one. So this is not NOS, boss.behavior tree.editor. Okay, this guy will add reference to base editor, behavior tree. Okay, and again, in its build events, we need to delete two things now. We need to delete boss.base DLL and boss.behavior tree.dll, because again, this is an editor solution. Okay, now where to start from? Well, let's first deal with the easy things in our resources. Now activate the resources after setting the namespace, because it will be set somewhere in here. I'm not sure where, but it will be somewhere around here, I'm sure. Maybe not. Where are you tracking the namespace? This is a path on hard drive, so I don't care about that one. Yeah. Anyway, long story short, do this after you set the namespace on your project, else you would be in very bad shape. Okay, we need images, add existing files. Now I need to go in my hard drive again on my behavior tree, and yeah, we have tons of these guys. Okay, so add and change access to public, and you see that they are font awesome stuff. I just installed font awesome on my PC and then used it to write text, and then basically put few effects on the layer on Photoshop. If I remember right, it was drop shadow and emboss, something like that. So nothing special, but we need to go to properties and embedded resource. So access modifier public, embed resource, you are golden. Cool. Now that we have that, I will create my very first class called resources. Or I called it resource here. Did I call it resource there? Yeah, okay. So class resource. Now I remember why didn't I use resources, because it will conflict with Unity's one. Okay, so in here I will just copy paste, because it's just the same stuff that we had in our resources basically previously, but now instead of the texture 2D, you see that I'm using color arrays, and well, start is start, so I'm just reading the names, I'm putting them as I'm going forward, and this is boss.bt, because remember these guys namespace is bt. Take a look. Oh, come on, stupid guy. Why did you do this to me? I forgot to do that. Oh no. Okay, save, and yeah, basically now I need to delete everything. Yeah, fix your namespace before adding the stuff, And it keeps them here. I don't know why. Yes, delete. And then again, add existing files. I totally forgot about my pathing. So yeah, fix your namespaces before adding resources. Okay. So the namespace is boss bt editor. So that's boss bt editor resources as my manifest, and I'm sending in the manifests now. Okay, let's hope it will work. I'm not sure. I had to, add this resource before doing anything. Assembly info, that has nothing. Yeah, it's shame that you don't get resources or embedded the stuff here. Let's take if I get it here. I don't think so. No, it's just a path. God damn it. And you see that I totally forgot to do this. Select all of them. Properties. Embedded resources. Save. Close. Okay. So, yeah. Long story short, I screwed my own advice. Let's hope it works. Okay. So, now we can start our serious business. As you know, every one of our systems that depends on the graphs will have a graph and graph schema. So let's create them. So behavior tree and behavior tree schema. Okay. By definition of my system, your main graph, not the schema, needs to be annotated with that graph attribute for its name. And why are you yelling at me? Oh, come on. Attribute. You happy now? I referenced the wrong thing. Okay, so the graph itself needs to be annotated. The schema doesn't need. Also, I'm not sure about this, but I prefer my graph and node to be abstract so that we can't, instantiate them. And same for my schemas. So graph and node, abstract, and thankfully partial classes don't need that abstract on every one of them. So yeah, now we can't instantiate the base classes. Now behavior tree is inheriting, of course, from graph, and it will have a public node start node. Then we will have to override some methods from the base. So I'm using resharper, alt insert O for overrides. I will use initialize, tick graph, and something that I don't have in here yet, but I will add it. And for time, I'd like this one to be tick, so I rename it to tick. And public override void, no, come on, void reset. That's not what we have yet. So of course it's yelling at you, so let's see. Create method in base class, and it will create it in graph as a, oh okay, not abstract, it's a virtual reset. And why are you not happy now? Oh, because it's okay, that. So, and we don't, I'm not sure if we are calling base anywhere. Well, let me see what I want to do, because in base we are doing nothing, okay? And basically I want to remove them, but initialize, oh yeah, on initialize we need to call the base. On tick, however, I'm not sure. I'll stop video here and I will come back because I have a phone call. It's half an hour video, so bye bye.